ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्म विद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च। Mantra number 9, 239. Who's next? Ashok. Ashok. Okay. न सन्दृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य
न सन्दृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य
न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनैनम्
न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनेनम्
हृदा मनीषा मनसाभिक्लृप्तः
हृदा मनीषा मनसा विक्लिप्ता
य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति।
ये एतत् विदुरामृतास्ते भवन्ति।
Yeah. So we began this mantra last time. In the 8th mantra, 7 and 8, Panchakosa Vilakshana. Namely, Atma is different from the senses. Atma is different from the mind also. Because people stop with mind. An analysis of who am I, if somebody were to do it by themselves, they can't go beyond the mind. Because that's the maximum. Even if you look at anatomy, if you look at medicine, there is a part, okay, if you say dentistry, teeth, ophthalmology, eyes, and then ENT, orthopedics, bones. Like this, you have an object that you can point to. Gastroenterology, stomach. Then psychology, mind. Mind object, unfortunately, they don't have x-rays, nothing. Somebody told me just 2-3 days back. Psychiatry is an interesting field. You don't have any instruments, that you can, let's do a scan and then we'll solve your problems. Nobody says, psychiatrists don't say that. I don't know why. Well, that's because there is no object. The brain, that's a different thing. Brain clots and this and that we can find out. But mind being the way it is, maximum they can go up to the mind. I am the mind. That's all it gets. But we need the Shastra to tell us that, no, you are the observer of the mind. You're not the mind. Like that. So look at that here. Na sandrishe tishtati rupamasya means, asya atmanaha. For this atma, atma is not one of the things that you can perceive. Perceive means, let's say here sandrishe, literal meaning is, it's not an object of vision. It is not within the field of vision, and therefore na chakshusha pashyati kaschanenam. Therefore, you can't use your eyes to see atma. And Shankara will say, okay, eyes, Upanishad is saying eyes. And you have to include all sense organs, bring mind, everything. You can't. Okay, sense organs, he will say. Then next, Krida Manisha Manasabhikliptaha. Okay, so I was saying 7 and 8, I said, Panchakosha Vilakshana. That's why I said Panchakosha Vilakshanam is easy to do until you come to the mind. Beyond that, it's hard. I wanted to say that. Anyway, Hrida Manisha Manasabhikliptaha. So, no, it's possible because earlier in the 8th mantra, he said Alingaha. Alingaha. No attributes are there for Atma. And therefore, not objectifiable. Then Hrida Manisha. Manisha means with a buddhi. With a buddhi that is situated in that heart, that Angushta Matra Purushaha Visa. So Hrida, that by the buddhi that is situated in the heart, that buddhi and manasa bi kliptaha, it is revealed. Manasa here means by clarifying doubts, mananena, Shankara would say, mananam kritva, abhikliptaha, Atma reveals itself. Atma reveals itself. Then, yetad viduhu, those people who know that Atma, amritaha te bhavanti. They gain amritatvam, they gain moksha. Yartaha. So this is what we had seen in the last class. So an important mantra because the that yoga abhyasa is indicated here. Manas is highlighted, buddhi is highlighted. You have to know it. So focused intellect, all that is brought about. Buddhi, Shravanam, Mananam is all there. And Phalam also, Jnana Phalam, Amritatvam is also taught. So it's an important mantra. All right. Let's chant the Bhaashyam here. So Meera and Narayan are not there here. Who is next after Ashok?
Satish. Satish.
Yes, I'm here.
You can.
All right. Na sandrishe
न सन्दृशे
sandarshana vishaye
सन्दर्शनविषये
na tishtati
न तिष्ठति
pratyagatmanaha
प्रत्यगात्मनः
asya rupam
अस्य रूपम्
ataha
अतः
na chakshusha
न चक्षुषा
sarvendriyena
सर्वेन्द्रियेण
चक्षुर्ग्रहणस्य
चक्षुर्ग्रहणस्य
उपलक्षणार्थत्वात्
उपलक्षणार्थत्वात्
लक्षणार्थत्वात् पश्यति
पश्यति
न उपलभते
न उपलभते
कश्चन कश्चिद् अपि
कश्चन कश्चिदपि
येनं
येनं
प्रकृतम् आत्मानं
प्रकृतम् आत्मानं
explaining to us न सन्दृशे संदर्शन विषये न तिष्ठति प्रत्यगात्मनः अस्य रूपम् asya rupam. Asya means Shankaracharya is saying Atmanaha, of Atma. That form of Atma, if you want to know anything about Atma, that is the meaning of Rupam, the nature of Atma. That nature of Atma Na sandarshe sandarshana vishaye tishtati. Pratyagatma. Atma, pratyagatma. Sometimes the word pratyagatma is innermost atma. Innermost. Innermost atma means what? It is referring to atma. And sometimes that word is used pratyagatma. Okay, that innermost atma, it is not available. Sandarshana vishaye na tishtati. It is not one of the things that you can perceive. It is not within the realm. It is not within the scope of, it is not within the range of perception. Sandarshana vishaye. Not one of the objects. And therefore, so also we call it Indriya Agocharam. Like that we will say. Or Chakshura Agocharam. Ataha, Shankaracharya says, Ataha, therefore what? Na Chakshusha Pashyati. Moolam is Pashyati. Therefore, it can't be seen by the eyes. Na Chakshusha Pashyati literally means can't be seen by the eyes. Then Shankaracharya is saying, Chakshusha, don't take it literally as by the eyes. You can say Sarvena Indriyena or Sarvendriyena by all sense organs. What applies to the eyes and Atma applies to every other sense organs and Atma also. Sarvendriyena. Why is that? Chakshur grahanasya upalakshanarthatvat. Hey, there is a word called upalakshan in this our Vedanta study. Upalakshana. So upalakshana means what? Those days the mother told the son, "Hey, I'm going out. You take care of this yogurt. Yogurt is made at home, curds. So it's there in a pot, and then take care of the yogurt. Because I remember even those days when we grew up, and mother will say, my mother told me, this milk is boiled and kept, and then you just take care. And then suddenly you hear a sound, ting, the plate falling down. These things happen to us. And then you know exactly, cat has come. Cat has come. And so you have to run. You have to run to the kitchen and chase the cat away. It's common for us, common experience those days. And so, Kakebhyo dadirakshatam. Mother told the son, Kakebhyo dadirakshatam. Rakshatam. Hey, protects this dadi. Dadi means dahi. Dahi means yogurt. Protect the yogurt from kakebhya. So, from the crows. And the son said, yes, yes, I will do. And mother comes back and sees this yogurt strewn all over and everything. She said, what's going on? What happened? I asked you to take care of the yogurt. Yeah, you said you take care of the yogurt from the crows. Then what happened? Well, cats were here, many other animals were there. Crows were not there. Like that, he responded. Mother has to do this. In India, they do this. In India, because US they don't do this. I once did this in my work, my office, and then they didn't understand what are you doing, Jay? What did you do just now? They say. So I got used to all these things. So mother just had to give up. So like that, Kakebhyo Dadirakshata means just take care of the yogurt from anything that will consume this yogurt, including yourself. You also should not touch this. Okay. So that is called upalakshanartham. That is the meaning of upalakshana. It just indicates, indicatory. This eyes are indicatory of all sense organs. Chakshur grahanasya upalakshanarthatvat. Being just indicatory. And also why? Why should, when eyes are brought, we should bring in other sense organs also? Because we studied in the Upanishad itself recently, 1.1315, Ashabdamasparshamarupam avyayam tatharasam nityam agandhavachayat. Like that we saw. So Ashabdam, Sparsham, etc. It is not something that is amenable to touch, amenable to hearing and so forth. So we already saw that. Therefore, Chakshusha Sarvendriyena चक्षुर्ग्रहणस्य उपलक्षणार्थत्वात् पश्यति न उपलभते. Therefore, if chakshusha has to become sarvendriyam, then pakshati should become upalabhate, not accessible, not gained, not cannot be objectified. Atma cannot be objectified by any of the senses. Kaschana, kaschidapi, kaschidapi. Nobody can. Nobody can. Under whatever circumstances, kaschana, kaschidapi, yenam prakritam atmanam. Yenam. Moolam says yenam. Enam. Enam is an alternate usage. So idam, this is that idam. So ayam, imau, ime. Imam, imau, iman. So that imam, yenam, ime, ene, and then iman, enam. Like that, there are some alternate usages in Sanskrit for that particular pratipadikam noun. This, this. Enam means this. This means what? Prakritam atmanam. Hey, the topic under discussion, prakritam atma, which is atma. So that topic under discussion cannot, that atma cannot be objectified. All right. Okay, we have to read the next one. Did we? Yeah, let's do that. Who's next?
I am myself, Guruji. Hema.
Myself means Hema. Okay, see, because this contains a lot of this thing. I'm not able to. Yeah, there you go. Spotlight. Katham tarhi
Katham tarhi
tam pashyet iti uchyate
tam pashyet iti uchyate
hrida hritsthaya
hruda hritsthaya
buddhya
buddhya
manisha
manisha
manasaha
manasaha
sankalpadi rupasya
sankalpadirupasya
ishte,
ishte
not ishte, ishte
ishte
niyantritvena iti
niyantrutvena iti
manit
manit
taya hrida
taya hruda
manisha
manisha
avikalpayitriya.
avikalpayitraya.
I think there is a word buddhya in your notebook.
Buddhya.
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 Yeah, let's stop with that. Buddhya.
Buddhya.
So here Shankaracharya is asking a question. Okay, if Atma is not objectifiable, what are you talking? Why are we studying all these things? Katham tarhi tam pashyet iti uchyate. Next Upanishad is going to tell, is told, something is told. Katham tarhi, how then? How then tam? Tam means Atmanam, Prakritam Atmanam. Tam Atmanam pashyet. How is that Atma to be seen? Be seen. Because eventually you have to grasp it. The mind has to grasp it. And so, that which cannot be seen, how it is to be seen, is what is being asked. So, the third quarter of the mantra here, Krida Manisha Manasavi Kluptaha, is being explained by Shankaracharya. Krida Manisha. Okay. And then Manasaha. So, let's look at this word Manisha. Manisha comes from the word Manish, and Shankaracharya is explaining the meaning of the word Manish. Okay, so we're going to look at that. Those words, Manasaha Sankalpadi Rupasya Ishte Niyantritvena iti Manit. So that Manish word goes like that. Manish word goes like this. Manit. Okay. There it is. Yeah. Manit, Manisho, Manisha. That's how it is. Manit, Manisho, Manisha. Manish. Then Manisha is Tritiya. Manisha, Manidbhya, Manidbhi. Like that it is. So he's explaining what is this Manit. Because Manisha word we've seen before. We know. We've seen the word in common usage. So he's saying Manasaha Ishte. Ishte. Manasaha Ishte. The controller of the mind. Ishte. Ishte means that Ish, the Ishvara is there, no? That Ishvara word comes from the root Ish. Ish means to rule over, to command over, to command over, to have full authority over. That is called Ish. That's called Ish. Okay. And so Ishte, they very rarely we use it in common, language. Okay. So Ishte and Ishte, Ishtaha, etc. There is a particular Ishte, Ishate, Ishate, like that it goes. So anyway, ruling over. Ruling over what? Manasa. The one that rules over the mind. Niyantritvena iti. Niyanta asti sa. Niyanta, the commander. The commander. The one who is in charge of the mind. One who is in charge of the mind is called Manit. And therefore, Manit means what? Manit means Buddhi. We've seen that. Ratha Kalpana, etc. We've seen. So, the Manit. And then he says, I think after that, Manit, so you have to bring the word Buddhi. There is no Buddhi here, but Manit means Buddhi. Buddhi. So, therefore, what is Manisha? So, Manit is same as Manish. Manish is Patipadikam, Sanskrit students. So, Manish. So, Manisha is what? By the Buddhi. Tritiya Vibhakti. By the Buddhi. So buddhya, that's why at the end of it, you see the word buddhya. Even before you see it, Kritstaya buddhya you see. So, by the buddhi, that is the final meaning of the word manisha. Okay? Then, of course, he explains what this manas is. He says this manas is sankalpadi rupasya manasa. That mind, which is characterized by sankalpadi. Sankalpadi. Adi means what?
Vikalpa.
Vikalpa, correct. Sankalpa, Vikalpatmakam Manaha. So, optionality, Sankalpa, should I do it? No, no, you shouldn't do it. Should I do it today? No, no, you should postpone it. That's called Manas. So, therefore, that Sankalpadi, Rupasya Ishte, we saw that. So, that by that Buddhi, and what is that adjective? So, Upanishad says, Hrida. By the Buddhi which is there, so he's saying Hritstaya. Hritstha means Hrid means heart. Hrid is heart. Look at the close relationship between that HRT is there in that Hrid. So Hriday, that Hrid. Hritstha means situated in the heart. Hritstaya, by that which is situated in the heart. Hritstaya. That is the meaning of Hrida. So, by the Buddhi, which is situated in the heart, is the meaning of Hrida Manisha. Okay? And, this Ish, I mentioned the word Ishvara, just by the way, Ishvara, right? The ultimate commander in chief. And so that Ishvara. That word ultimate comes from that Vara. That Vara is a word, is a suffix. Yeah? Pratyaya, called Varach Pratyaya. Varach. And Varach Pratyaya applies to only a few dhatus in Sanskrit, like Ishvaraha, Thavaraha, Bhaswaraha. Like this, another two more words in there. Iswaraha and Kaswaraha. That's it. Only 5 words. There are only 5 words which end with Vara. Okay? So that's for information. That Varach, what it does is that ruling, one whose nature is ruling, will be called Ishvaraha. That action that is indicated, like Bhaaswaraha. Bha means to shine. One whose nature is to shine forever, always shine. That person, that entity is going to be called as Bhaaswaraha, referring to Suryaha, Bhaskaraha. Okay, I hope you're following, right? Yes. Okay. Varachu Pratyaya. That is the significance of the Varachu Pratyaya. That is just by the way, just because we saw this verb ishte. All right.
Guruji, has this not Ishte come before, earlier somewhere in Kathopanishad? No?
You tell me when it comes. I don't remember. It may have come. Right now, I can't think.
I
You tell me.
remember
In
hearing from
satsang,
you.
okay. In satsang, you tell me if you remember.
I don't know.
All right. Then, Sankishte Niyantritvena iti manit. Taya. Taya. Taya means what? By that. Taya means buddhya. Hridya manisha. By the buddhi. And avikalpayitriya buddhya. Okay, that much we read. So, by a buddhi, that doesn't have this vikalpa. Constant moving around is not there. Constant doubt is not there. That kind of buddhi. Avikalpayitriya buddhya. Okay, Shankaracharya is just explaining. And how did the mind, how did the buddhi get to that point? Let's see the next. Let's read the next one. Who's next? Yeah, Ramesh, go ahead. Manasa
Manasa
manana rupena
mananarupena
samyak darshanena
samyak darshanena
abhikliptaha
abhikliptaha
abhisamarthitaha
abhisamarthitaha
abhiprakashitaha
abhiprakashitaha
iti etat.
iti etat.
Yeah. So he's describing, Shankaracharya is explaining that manasa abhikliptaha, the last part of the third quarter of the mantra. Manasa is equal to manana rupena. Manana rupena means mananam. Because Shravanam, after Shravanam, what is needed? Doubts will be there. Why this, why that, how is that, etc. Doubts. So clarifying those doubts is called mananam. Mananam. Mananam is done in class by a proper teacher, or mananam is done by yourself also, by the student also. In the presence of the teaching, mananam happens. Okay? So that manasa. So here Shankaracharya is saying manasa. He doesn't say manasa, the mind that keeps on creating doubts. He doesn't say. Let it create a doubt. But that is in the context, mind creates a doubt. How about that? Oh, I heard something different in the other mantra. That is, the mind creates the doubt. Buddhi is there to back up. Buddhi is there to resolve that doubt constantly. So that's all mananam. And therefore, here, he is not changing. Shankaracharya is not changing the definition of mind. Mind is mind only. Sankalpa, vikalpa, atmakam, manaha only it is. So, manana rupe, create the relevant doubts. Relevant doubts are created. And therefore, what does it lead to? Samyak darshanena manasa. Samyak darshanena. Samyak darshanam means the vision is clear. Darshanam is clear. Vision is clear. Vision of what is Atma is clear. So this is what they say in our Vedanta. Akhandakara vrittihi. Vritti. Vritti means any thought is a vritti. So akhandakara vritti. So that vritti, which just in one stroke, that's an aha moment. Sometimes they say, in English, they say aham. All the nama rupas go away, and then you see that everything here is Atma. Atma sarvadhyapitvam, Atma satyam jagan mithya. It becomes crystal clear. That is called samyak darshan. Samyak darshan. All right. And so aham brahmasmi iti darshana vritya darshanena. All right. Abhikliptaha is equal to abhisamarthitaha is equal to abhiprakashitaha. Abhiprakashitaha. Prakashitaha, revealed. Prakashita means that something that's revealed. Revealed to whom? To the self, to the one who is seeking. To that person, it's revealed. Truth has to be revealed somehow. The other day I was saying, the learning process is just a magical process. Because right now I don't know something. The child does not know alphabet also. Then you, after many struggle, lot of struggle, the child learns alphabet. Then 1, 2, 3, child learns. Then addition. It's just magical that you don't know something and then you're supposed to know something. Just that jump is so difficult. It's just the fact that it happens is a wonder. It's a wonder. Making a person see, making a person who does not know something see that something is just a great wonder. And here, abhisamarthitaha, abhiprakashitaha means not something, some finite object is being revealed to me. This is Brahma is being revealed to me. The entire Jagat. The minute I appreciate pot, appreciate clay, pot everybody knows. But the minute I appreciate clay, suddenly I see clay everywhere. Correct? Suddenly I see clay everywhere. The mother took this daughter to the jewelry store. Maybe I said son. Last time when I mentioned it, I don't remember where. I mentioned it to buy some jewelry. And then first time daughter is coming to the jewelry store. And then suddenly she's saying, my goodness, mom, everything is gold here. Everything is gold. So she was able to recognize everything is gold here. Like that, everything is Brahma. That vritti is called Akhandakara Vrittihi. Abhisamartitaha, Abhiprakashitaha, iti etat. That is the meaning of Manasa Abhikliptaha. That is the meaning of iti etat. That is the meaning. All right. Next, let's read the next one. Atma, who is next?
Myself.
Yeah, Atma
Atma
Jnatum Shakyate iti
Jnatum Shakyate iti
Vakya Sheshaha
Vakyasheshaha
Tam Atmanam
Tam Atmanam
Brahma
Brahma
Yetad Ye Viduhu
Yetad Ye Viduhu
Amritaha Te Bhavanti.
Amritaha Te Bhavanti.
Yeah. So those of you at home who can repeat after us, do it. I mean, even though there is only one person spotlighted and all that, it's meant for everybody to repeat. So don't think it's only for one person, you don't want that. So in the ashram and all, we're all sitting and everybody is repeating. So it's a big chorus and we can hear the chorus, which is missing here, So, okay. Vakya Shesha. Hey, the sentence is not complete, my dear friends. Shankaracharya is reminding us. You have to complete the sentence. Yeah, you have to complete the sentence. How do you complete it? Atma jnatum shakyate. In this manner, Atma, it is possible to know Atma. Atma can be known in this manner. Atma jnatum shakyate iti vakya sheshaha. Possible to be known. Okay. Because first quarter and second quarter, how Atma cannot be seen was said. So next third quarter, Atma can be known in this manner, sorry. And then what? Tam Atmanam ye tat ye viduhu amritaha te bhavanti. Ye, those people, tam Atmanam, who know this Atma, okay, who know this Atma as Brahma, Atmanam, Brahma, ye tat Brahma iti ye viduhu. Those who know the Atma means the self as everything. Purushaha sarvam purayati. That which fills up everybody. So Purusha all along I was thinking Purusha means this human being and all that. Yeah, Purusha also applies to human being, but here in Vedanta, Purusha applies to Atma, which is Brahma. Ye viduhu. Viduhu means those who know Atma in this manner. Then what happens to them? Te amritaha bhavanti. They become immortal. Amritaha. There is a university in Coimbatore called Amrita Vishwavidya Peetam. So, Mata Amritanandamayi ji's university, Amrita Vishwavidya. I mentioned it because next week they have invited me to speak there. And well, as usual, I don't know what I'm going to say. And so I was thinking what to tell them. 400 professors. It's a talk not to students, it's a talk to professors. And I was thinking, what is an unemployable guy going to talk to 400 professors? That's the thought that is going in my head. But we'll do something. We'll do some magic there. Bhagavan is there, he is going to show the way somehow. So the Amrita, I'm going to ask them, really. I think I am going to ask them. See, the dean is worried that people are coming and teaching, but many of them are out of touch with spirituality, out of touch with many things, and they think it's their job, etc. So that's the dean's concern. So we'll try to put some masala there. All right, that's it. So that's the Bhaashyam Te Amritaha Bhavanti. So what is this mantra talking about? Chitta Ekagrata. Yes, Alingaha, previous mantra, Alingaha means Atma has no attributes. I cannot categorically define Atma, Shabdam, Asparsham, etc. Therefore, but then Chitta Ekagrataya means a mind. Avikalpayitreya Buddhya also he said. So, by that kind of a Buddhi, it is possible to know this Atma like that. That's the main message here. Thereby the phalam, jnana phalam also is mentioned. Amritattvam is the phalam. So ekagrataya buddhya aprameya atma jnanena. An atma which is aprameya can't really be objectified. Aprameya atma jnanena amritattvam. That's the message of this mantra. Anvaya. Asya rupam tandrishe na tishtati. Asya rupam sandrishe na tishtati. Okay. Kaschana yenam, kaschana enam, within brackets, prakritam atman, Chakshusha na pashyati. Full stop. The second sentence completed. Kaschana yenam prakritam atmanam chakshusha na pashyati. Full stop. Hrida, within brackets, hrutstaya, manisha, within brackets, buddhya, manasa, within brackets, manana rupena, abhikliptaha, within brackets, prakashitaha sam or abhiprakashitaha sam. And continuing within brackets, Atma Jnatum Shakyate. Full stop. Atma Jnatum Shakyate. Then full stop. Ye etad viduhu. Ye etad viduhu. Te amritaha bhavanti. Ye etad viduhu. Te amritaha bhavanti. So reviewing that, asya. In fact, what you should do is asya within brackets, you have to add atmana just to be sure. Because after some time you'll forget what this asya means. Asya within brackets atmana rupam sandrishe na tishtati. Full stop. Kaschana enam prakritam atmanam chakshusha na pashyati. Full stop. Hrida hritstaya manisha buddhya manasa manana rupena abhikluptaha abhiprakashitaha san kama atma jnatum shakyate. Full stop. Ye etad viduhu. Okay. Ye etad. All right. You do this. Ye etad atmanam brahma. Right, both within brackets. Shankaracharya says that. Because there's a Mahavakyam there in Shankaracharya's statement, Atma is equal to Brahma. So I didn't want to miss that. Ye etad within brackets Atmanam Brahma Viduhu te amritaha bhavanti. Yeah, got that? Yeah. Next. Sa
सा
Hrunmanit
ऋन्मनीट
Katham Prapyate iti
कथं प्राप्यते इति
Tadarthaha
तदर्थः
Yogaha Uchyate.
योगः उच्यते.
Yeah, we'll read the mantra a bit later. So now, look at this. Katham prapyate. How is it to be gained? Katham prapyate. How is it to be gained? How is what to be gained? Not Atma, not Brahma. Sa Hrinmanit. Sa is Strilinga. Hrinmanit is what? What is Hrinmanit?
The mind. Buddhi is situated in the heart.
Buddhi, correct. Because money it is the controller of the mind. Controller of the mind cannot be mind. Okay. So money it is manasaha ishte, controller of the mind. So hrin money, that buddhi which is situated in the heart. So that sa, that's why buddhi is Strilingam, therefore sa also Strilingam. So sa hrinmanit katham prapyate. How is that kind of buddhi you are talking about? Avikalpayitriya buddhya and all you said. Okay, means the buddhi that is ready to focus and think about this subject. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. That lot you tell me how. Tadartaha yogaha uchyate. Shankaracharya uses the word yogaha. This in Bhagavad Gita, the word yoga keeps on coming. But look at this Upanishad. Finally, the word yoga comes. Yogaha. Tadartaha. For that sake. For the sake, how do I get that kind of a buddhi, that kind of a focus? How do I get tadartaha yogaha uchyate? So that chitta ekagrata and all that was indicated in the previous mantra. How do I get it? Yogaha. So we have to supply everything we studied in the Bhagavad Gita. We have to begin to supply all that here. Okay? And so, yesha te vihita sankye buddhir yoge tvimam shrunu. So I told you Sankhya Yoga over. Within the 15 shlokas of the second chapter over. Then I've told you now Karma Yoga I'm going to tell you. Yesha te vihita sankye buddhir yoge tvimam shrunu buddhya yukto yaya partha. Like that something is there. So that yoga is being indicated here. Now that you know Mahavakyam and all, you know what it is. But if there is clarity is needed for that, then you need what is called yoga. Shankaracharya simply uses the word yoga. And Upanishad is not going to talk much about karma yoga and all. So we have to supply all these things. Even though just one mantra here, Panchavatishtan, they will see that. So karma yoga brought in. And here, more specifically, that samadhi is talked about. Means if you look at Ashtanga Yoga, what does it say? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Samadhi. Okay, something, I missed something or what? I don't know.
Dhyana. Dharana.
Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Okay, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. And so that last portion is being talked about. Okay, and so that's Samadhi. The Samadhi is it's a popular word among all the people who are into yoga. And they want samadhi, yoga. They join yoga courses and all. Samadhi becomes important for them. So the calmness of mind that everybody wants is prized, very prized. People appreciate it. People realize that, this one has to be disciplined. So the people, Yogashram people, yoga, very disciplined people. Behavior, it is disciplined. Food is disciplined. Everything's. And so that samadhi is being talked about here. Nididhyasanam is the word we use in Vedanta. We don't use samadhi so much. We say nididhyasana. Okay? Shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasana, vaktavyaha. Yajnavalkya. So, that is what we use here. Because here there is something to be understood. So your goal is not to get an empty mind. Thoughtless mind cannot be the goal here. Thoughtless mind may be a beautiful mind. You feel relaxed, utterly relaxed for the last 1 hour. There was no thought in my mind. Good. That's good because otherwise, family problem, this problem, profession, car is not working. I have to go to this constant list itself coming up. Every time the list is, we're working hard, right? the to-do list should become zero sometime. Did anybody have a there was a time when there was so much activity going on. We are doing a lot of seva and all that in Houston, and I used to have a cheap small piece of paper in my pocket. Really, I used to have it. These days, I don't have. Yeah, pocket itself is not there. So I used to have a list. I used to write down all this. I have to go. Then I have to go to this place. Then there I have to go. Then on the way back, don't forget to go to the grocery store. Bread is not there. All this I used to like. It's called list. That list never ends. It never tick mark, tick mark, tick mark. That's few more ticks. And by the time you put few more ticks, few more bullets have come. That's it. Never ends. And so that's how it is. And so Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam. And so that samadhi is that's very useful. A thoughtless mind, if one can get, it's very the experience is it's very attractive, desirable experience. People get carried away by that desirable experience. Vedanta will say, our Swamiji will say, we will purposely, because he knows the whole world is after this, he will purposely say, make fun of that samadhi. Because here it is vichara. We want all this, yes, you do want a calm mind, no doubt about that. What for is the calm mind? Is it a means or an end? It's not an end, it's a means. It's a means for doing proper shravanam and mananam. And nididhyasanam is good. Therefore, and the nididhyasanam is needed because Vedanta is meant for an adhikari, uttamadhikari. When we enter the ashram and begin to learn from Shankaracharya, and Shankaracharya assumes you're a dharmic person. You don't have to give you a lecture on dharma and all these things. And all that over. And then you also come back and say, Parikshulokan karmachitan nirvedamayat brahmanahan asti akritaha kritena. Hey, this person has already thought through all these things and said, no, karma is not going to get me what I want. I've done my duties and now I have to go after Atma. The Atmanatma Viveka is already there to that person. And so all that is needed is elaboration of the Mahavakyas through the Upanishads. That's all is needed. But then some of us somehow get attracted to Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads. Some of us means that all of us. And we love it. And there is a love for the knowledge. But then preparation is lacking, bit shaky here and there. Shamadamadi is shaky. And so, therefore, some yoga abhyasa is very, very useful. Ashtanga yoga is very useful. Discipline. Now I have to be disciplined. I've never known all that. I didn't realize that I have to be careful in my behavior and all that. And so, is even food and all that. And so, that is what is being addressed here, talked about here. And so, Nididhyasanam, they talk about two types of Nididhyasana. One is the Samadhi. Samadhi Rupa Nididhyasanam. That means practicing this particular state of mind, getting a state of mind. That is one type of Nididhyasana. But we don't recommend that. There is something called Brahmabhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. Brahmabhyasa. One is Samadhi Rupa Abhyasa Nididhyasanam. The other is Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasana. What is Brahma Abhyasa? This is new word you're introducing. Yeah, I may have introduced it new, but then it is there in our Shastra, Brahma Abhyasa. Tat Katanam, Tat Chintanam Cha, Anyonyam Tat Prabodhanam, Yetad Eka Paratvam Cha, Brahmabhyasam Vidur Buddhaha. A famous shloka is there. That shloka comes in Panchadashi, I think. So he explains what Brahmabhyasam is. Says, Tat Kathanam, teaching that. Tat Chintanam, thinking about this Brahma and Atma, that topic. Tat Kathanam, Tat Chintanam, Anyonyam Tat Prabodhanam. Anyonyam, mutually also, among friends and people who are studying this and people who are teaching it, discussing that topic. Annonyam tat prabodhanam etadeka paratvam cha. Eka paratvam means commitment. This is the only commitment. The one who has that kind of commitment or being committed to this alone. Etadeka paratvam cha. Brahmabhyasam vidur buddhaha. Buddhaha viduhu. People know Brahma Abhyasa as this. That is what is Brahma Abhyasa. And so, that is what in Vedanta is prized, is one spends time in Shravanam, Mananam, and you understand and can repeat that Shravanam, Mananam, repeat Shravanam, Mananam. That itself becomes Nididhyasa. Shravanam becomes Nididhyasa. Yeah. And so, that, what is that? That is called Brahma Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasana. Before that, number one, I said Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasana. Samadhi there is preparatory because it is preparatory. You can't give up Shravanam and then do Nididhyasana. I am doing Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasana, not acceptable. Shravanam must be there. And so, that's the general idea here. And so that Nididhyasanam, because after Shravanam, what else is left? Mananam is also done. Clarity is improved significantly to a point where everything is clear. Then Nididhyasanam. Shravanam is for what? Listening to the Shastram is for what? Avarana Nivrittihi. Correct? Avarana Nivrittihi. Then Mananam is
विषय निवृत्ति
Samshaya Nivrittihi. Doubts. Doubts will be there because understanding, subject, something to understand, not simply believe. And so understanding means is called for, then doubts will be there. Therefore, Manana Nivritti. I mean, Mananam is Samshaya Nivritti. Nididhyasanam is
विपरीत भावना
Viparita bhavana nivritti.
Viparita Bhavana Nivritti or Vikshepa Nivritti. Another word I have introduced. Vikshepa, you already know. Avarana Vikshepa. Vikshepa is projecting. Projecting wrong ideas on things is called Vikshepa. Also Viparita Bhavana. All right. So that's the nature of the mantra that's coming up here. And Shankaracharya uses the word yoga for that. All right, let's read the mantra here. Yada panchavatiष्ठन्ते
यदा पञ्चावतिष्ठन्ते
ज्ञानानि मनसा सह
ज्ञानानि मनसा सह
बुद्धिश्च न विचेष्टति
बुद्धिश्च न विचेष्टति
तमाहुः परमां गतिम्
तमाहुः परमां गतिम्
यदा पञ्चावतिष्ठन्ते
यदा पञ्चावतिष्ठन्ते
ज्ञानानि मनसा सह
ज्ञानानि मनसा सह
बुद्धिश्च न विचेष्टति
बुद्धिश्च न विचेष्टति
तमाहुः परमां गतिम्
तमाहुः परमां गतिम्. Here it is
Tamahu.
tamahu.
Tamahu. Okay.
Yeah, tamahuः परमां गतिम्.
Tamahu paramam gatim.
Okay, so pancha yada pancha avatishtante jnanani pancha jnanani pancha indriyani. Shankaracharya will tell us pancha jnanendriyani, five sense organs avatishtante, they settle down. They settle down. Sense organs settle down. And then manasa saha, along with the mind also. Everything settles down. Settle down means what? Not zero activity. Hey, settle down in this world of Atma. And Atma, anyway, mind is in Atma, sense organs are in Atma only. There's nothing to settle down. But then, since I don't know what Atma is, I need to know what it is. Therefore, settling down into this vichara of Atma. Atma vichare, avatishtante, buddhischa na vicheshtati. And buddhi also na vicheshtati. It's not wandering around looking for something new, etc. No, there's no wandering here. And tam ahuhu, tam. Yeah, tam gatim. That state, if you want to call it state, because it's some meditation is indicated here. But that state of mind where the buddhi is no longer ignorant, that that gati is paramam gatim. So Rishayaha Shankaracharya would say, wise people wise people call it as the end game, the greatest abode, that destination, that Nachiketa you're seeking, that is the Paramam Gatim. Like that he is saying here. So there is a yoga. Shankaracharya calls this as yoga. So Brahmabhyasa Nidrupa Nididhyasanam is talked about in this. If you interpret this as pure thoughtlessness, then that becomes thoughtlessness. And finally, thoughtlessness is of no use to us. Thoughtlessness is useful as something that you can say, yeah, it's possible. But a thoughtless mind will continue to be an ignorant mind. And so, thoughtlessness by itself cannot be of any use to a Vedanti. Correct? By itself. Okay. Careful. All right. So, Nirvikalpaka Samadhi and all these words we have seen, that is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Vikalpa, yatra vikalpa na vidyate, sa samadhihi nirvikalpa samadhihi. But here we do want vikalpa, we do want thoughts. Why? Because atmani tat kathanam tat chintanam cha anyonyam tat prabodhanam. So that these thoughts are required. All right. Let's read the Bhaashyam. Yada yasmin kale
यदा यस्मिन् काले
स्वविषयेभ्यः
विषयेभ्यः
निवर्तितानि Venkatraman ji, you are muted.
यदा यस्मिन् काले विषयेभ्यः निवर्तितानि.
Zoom decides Panchavatishtante Jnanani Vivar. I am just going to go to sleep. So muted. So Atmani Eva
आत्मनि एव
Panchajnanani
पञ्चज्ञानानि
Jnanarthatvat
नानान्तर्वात्
Shrotradini Indriyani
श्रोत्रादीनिन्द्रियाणि
Jnanani Uchyante
ज्ञानानि उच्यन्ते
Avatishtante
अवतिष्ठन्ते
Saha Manasa
सह मनसा
Yad Anugatani
यत् अनुगतानि
Tena
तेन
Sankalpadi
सङ्कल्पादि
Vyavruttena
व्यावृत्तेन
Antahkaranena.
अन्तःकरणेन.
Yeah, we'll pause there. So Yada. First word is yada in the moolam. So yada, yasmin kale. Yasmin kale. Yeah, Hemavati ji, please mute yourself. Yasmin kale. At that time when means at what time? At that time when the mind is prepared to do nididhyasanam, samadhi, or Brahma, Abhyasa Rupa. Means what? At the time when all the preparatory steps are done. So that Yada, that's it. That Yada brings in the entire Bhagavad Gita. Correct? Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, this yoga, that is. So many yogas we studied. Suppose I ask how many yogas are there? What will you say?
Dvivida Dvividanishta. Lokesmin Dvividanishta.
No. Hinduism is a very generous religion. There is as many yogas as there are people. And even Bhagavad Gita talks about 18 yogas. Yeah, you be prepared for all these things. So, hey, there is jnana. Whatever yoga you want to call it, call it. There is jnana because jnana only can remove avidya. So, jnana yoga we call it. Everything else is a preparation for jnana. This is called karma yoga. Pakka, very easy to follow. Then you bring in bhakti yoga. It's not that bhakti yoga is not there. You bring in bhakti, you bring in all other yogas. And it helps you prepare for jnana. All right. So, yasmin kale means what? When all that karma yoga buddhya, when all that karma yoga attitude is very much there, Ishwararpana buddhi is there, prasada buddhi is there, yasmin kale at that time. And so you have to bring in the sixth chapter and all. Where is the sixth chapter? So we talked about bahiranga sadhanam, antaranga sadhanam and all that, right? So this look at 8th shloka of the 6th chapter. Jnana vijnana triptatma kutasto vijitendriya yukta ityuchyate yogi samalostasma kanchanaha. So all this stone, gold, and all these things, I begin to see that there is samatvam in all these things. Everything is finally Brahma only. I'm already Ishwarizing, which is Swami's word. I'm already Ishwarizing everything that I encounter. Samaloshtashma kanchanaha. Then what about the next shloka? Suhrun mitra judasina madhyastadveshya bandhushu sadhushvapicha papeshu. So that kind of vision is there. So that is still bahiranga sadhanam only. Then antaranga sadhanam. Okay, all this shuchau deshe pratishtapya sthiramasanam na natyuchritam nati nicham chailajina kushotaram. This basic asana and all, Krishna, he doesn't have to talk like that, but he mentions all these things. And tatrekagram manah kritva, ekagram manah kritva, tatrekagram manah kritva, yata chittendriya kriyaha upavishyasane yunjat. Yogamatma Vishuddhaye. So he's talking about position, he's talking about posture, he's talking about pranapana, uh, making it uniform, making it calm, making the breathing calm and so forth, and then focusing the mind. So yasmin kale, yada means when all those things are in place, when all those things are taken care of, okay, at that time, pancha jnanani स्वविषयेभ्यः निवर्तितानि आत्मनि एव पंचज्ञानानि. Okay, panchajnanani he's saying is jnanarthatvat shrotraadini indriyani jnanani uchyante. Hey, jnanani means don't get carried away. It is jnanendriyam, and so jnanarthatvat because the sense organs give you knowledge of things, knowledge of sounds, sabda, sparsha, rupadi gives you that kind of knowledge. Sense organs are also called jnanam. That's what Shankara is saying here. Shotradini, Indriyani, Jnanarthatvat. Jnanarthatvat means because they are meant for the purpose of knowing, the sense organs are also called as jnana. We saw something similar in Bhagavad Gita. What would that be? Something is called jnanam. Etad jnanamiti proktam ajnanam yadatonyatha.
Anyata.
Etad jnanamiti amanityamadam vitvam ahimsa jnana. There are values, attitudes and values. That is not Atma Jnana, but they are so important that Krishna calls it Jnanam also, calls them Jnana. Same thing here, Jnanani iti uchyate, because sense organs are meant for knowing. Okay, then what? So we'll cover this. Svavishayebhya nivartitani atmani eva. See all that. From their respective sense objects, they are retreating. The sense organs are retreating. Means it's a different time. It's a time when, why should we do that? Hey, paranchikani vitrinat swayambhu. Right? We saw that. Paranchikani. Sense organs are all outward, all just like tentacles, they're just going out, kada, 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 trying to find out. And so, therefore, now is the time to withdraw the sense organs from their object. Swavishayebhyaha nivartitani. Nivartitani means retreated from their respective fields of objects, respective fields. Atmani eva. So we'll see all that in the next. So this mantra is talking about that nididhyasanam. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitah Brahmanas Santu Nirbhayaah. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.